Into the Matrix. Prime Itachi vs. Freddy Krueger.
Alright, buckle up for a dream duel of epic proportions. The stoic ninja genius clashes with the razor-fingered nightmare king. Concise backstories. Prime Itachi Uchiha, a prodigy of the legendary Uchiha clan from Naruto. To prevent a devastating civil war, he shouldered the immense burden of massacring his entire clan, all while protecting his younger brother Sasuke from the shadows. A master of ninjutsu, genjutsu, illusory techniques, and the possessor of the powerful Manjiki Sharingan, granting him abilities like the inextinguishable Amaterasu and the ethereal Susanoo. His prime is considered his healthy period before succumbing to illness. Freddy Krueger, the terror of Elm Street from the Nightmare on Elm Street films. A vile child murderer burned alive by vengeful parents, he returned as a nightmarish dream demon. He haunts and brutally murders his victims within their dreams, where reality is his twisted playground and his power knows few bounds. Round 1, Random Encounter. Sleep paralysis panic. Imagine Itachi, on a clandestine mission in a foreign land, suddenly feels an oppressive weight. The air thickens, the familiar sounds of the night fade into a chilling silence. He finds himself in a warped, shadowy version of his surroundings, a place where the walls seem to breathe and the shadows writhe. Suddenly, a rasping chuckle echoes from the gloom, and a figure with a charred face, a fedora, and a razor-gloved hand materializes before him. Freddy Krueger has found a new plaything. The fight. Itachi's Sharingan snaps to life, its crimson gaze instantly analyzing the bizarre environment and the grotesque figure. His ninja instincts scream danger. He'll likely assume this is a potent, unfamiliar form of genjutsu. With lightning-fast reflexes, he might launch a flurry of kunai or attempt a swift taijutsu strike. However, Freddy in his dreamscape is a slippery eel in a pool of nightmares. His form can shift, the environment can contort at his will, the ground might turn into grasping hands, the walls could bleed, and his attacks can manifest as pure terror. Itachi's physical strikes might phase right through him, or Freddy could regenerate with a sickening grin. The key here is that Itachi wouldn't initially understand the rules. He's a master of illusions, but this is different. This world obeys Freddy's will. If Itachi were to even momentarily succumb to the dream's influence or, heaven forbid, fall asleep within this nightmare, Freddy would be on him like a shadow. Likely outcome, this round is a brutal wake-up call for the ninja. Freddy's unpredictable nature and absolute control over the dream realm would likely overwhelm Itachi before he could grasp the situation. The razor glove finds its mark in the subconscious. Winner, Freddy Krueger, welcome to my nightmare, ninja. Round 2, going 50%, mind games begin. Now, let's say Itachi has encountered a similar, dreamlike attack before, perhaps a bizarre encounter with a rogue psychic ninja. He enters this distorted reality with a heightened sense of caution and a flicker of understanding that this isn't a standard illusion. He's operating at roughly 50% focused but perhaps slightly wary, his Sharingan actively probing the strangeness. Freddy, sensing a more resistant prey, decides to play with his food. He'll weave illusions designed to prey on Itachi's deepest regrets and fears, the massacre, Sasuke's hatred, the weight of his lies. The fight. Itachi, recognizing the psychological warfare, will dig deep into his formidable mental fortitude. His Sharingan will work overtime, trying to differentiate Freddy's taunting illusions from the underlying reality, as twisted as it is. He might attempt his own genjutsu, trying to disrupt Freddy's control or create openings. Imagine a clash of nightmarish landscapes battling for dominance within Itachi's mind. We might see Itachi using his Susanoo defensively, its spectral form a barrier against Freddy's dream-fueled attacks. However, can a spiritual avatar truly interact with a dream entity? This is where things get wonderfully weird. Itachi would need to find a way to attack a Freddy's dream essence. Perhaps focusing his chakra into a concentrated mental strike or using the sheer force of his will to push back against the nightmare. Likely outcome, this round is a thrilling mental tug-of-war. Itachi's intellect and Sharingan provide a significant defense, and he'll start to grasp the nature of his foe. However, Freddy's mastery of the dream and his ability to regenerate from seemingly fatal blows still give him a terrifying advantage. Itachi might land some mental blows, but Freddy will likely wear him down with relentless psychological torment and unpredictable attacks. Winner. Freddy Krueger, he's getting under Itachi's skin. Round 3, going all out, prep time, furious and focused nightmare fuel. The stage is set for the ultimate showdown. Itachi has now encountered Freddy multiple times or has intensely researched dream-based attacks and spiritual entities. He enters the nightmare realm with a burning fury and laser-like focus, determined to end this torment. He's bringing his full arsenal and a strategic mind honed by years of impossible missions. Freddy, sensing the shift in his prey, the fear replaced by a cold, calculating rage, prepares his most twisted and elaborate nightmare yet, a labyrinth of Itachi's deepest anxieties and physical dangers. The fight. Itachi's prep time could involve mental fortress construction. He'd meditate intensely, strengthening his mental defenses against Freddy's manipulations. Dream incursion training. He might have found ways to consciously enter and exert more control within his own dreams, potentially turning the nightmare into a battleground of his design. Spiritual weaponization. Understanding Freddy's quasi-spiritual nature, Itachi might focus on channeling his chakra into potent spiritual attacks designed to harm dream entities. Imagine Amaterasu manifesting as black flames that burn even in the ethereal realm. Izanami Gambit. In a desperate move, Itachi might consider using the forbidden Izanami. He could potentially trap Freddy in an endless loop of his own nightmares, forcing the dream demon to confront his own evil. However, the cost to his Sharingan would be immense. Genjutsu Overdrive. Itachi might unleash his most powerful and intricate genjutsu within the dream, attempting to turn Freddy's own nightmare against him, trapping him in an illusion from which he cannot escape. This round is a clash of nightmare titans. Itachi's intelligence, strategic brilliance, and overwhelming power meet Freddy's absolute dominion over his domain. Can the logic and power of the ninja world truly conquer the chaotic and terrifying rules of the dream world? Likely outcome. This is the most electrifying and unpredictable round. Possibility 1, Itachi's triumph. High difficulty. If Itachi can successfully weaponize his chakra and genjutsu in the dream, exploiting Freddy's weaknesses as a spiritual entity fueled by fear, he might be able to kill Freddy within the dream, severing his connection to the real world, at least temporarily. Imagine Itachi trapping Freddy in an endless Tsukuyomi within the nightmare. Possibility 2, Freddy's last stand. Extreme difficulty. Freddy, pushed to his limits, might unleash the full, terrifying potential of his dream manipulation. He could warp reality to an unimaginable degree, turning Itachi's own fears and regrets into tangible weapons. He might even try to pull Itachi fully into the dream, severing his connection to his physical body. Winner. This is a nail-biting toss-up. With prep time and his full power unleashed, Itachi has a real chance. His intelligence and unique abilities could provide the key to defeating a dream demon. However, Freddy's inherent